Between Yakuza Infinite Wealth coming out on January 26th, Persona 3 Reload coming out on February 2nd, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out on February 29th. 2024 is going to be the most stacked year we've had in a while, and we'll only be 3 months in. Persona 3 Reload has dropped its newest promotional video, focusing on one of the game's main antagonists, Strega, and the quirky Velvet Room attendant, Elizabeth. Let's break down the trailer and catch some of those things you might have missed. This trailer in particular is quite story-based, showing various cutscenes involving Strega. For anyone unaware, Strega is the opposition group to Seize, and primarily attempts to hinder the group's actions during full moon operations. Strega is comprised of 3 members, who are Persona users. First, there is Jin, an intelligent young man who operates the group's tech and collects intel. His persona is Moros. Jin is voiced by Chris Hackney, who most notably plays Dimitri from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Next is Chidori, a seemingly emotionless girl with artistic ability, who Junpei has a chance encounter with before knowing she belongs to Strega. Her persona is Medea. Chidori is voiced by Merritt Leighton, who is known for Frosta from the series of She-Ra. And lastly is their leader, Takaya, who views the Dark Hour in a positive light and wishes to protect the Dark Hour. Takaya is charismatic and merciless when trying to achieve Strega's goals. His persona is Hypnos. We've also heard confirmation that there'll be extra cutscenes and events relating to Strega, touching on those previously untold backstory. Takaya will be voiced by Damon Mills, who recently played Swin in Trails into Reverie, and Linny from Genshin Impact. During the trailer, we are treated to an absolute banger of a remix of one of my personal favourite songs from the original game, Changing Seasons. During these segments, Takaya demonstrates how determined he is to protect the Dark Hour by gunning down a civilian who awakens during the Hidden Hour. We also hear snippets from Junpei and Fuka, who battle their own struggles where the Dark Hour being present provides them with a purpose, so they can sympathise with Strega's cause, but know that the Dark Hour is not supposed to exist. Along with cutscenes featuring the Dark Hour and Tartarus, we are shown highlight attacks from both Fuka and Junpei, which have been confirmed to be called Theurugia, a Greek word which roughly translates to divine magic. To use these special moves, it is required to build a gauge through combat, and once it's filled, it can be used. Each party member will have their own gauge and unique attack. Makoto will have access to fusion spells through this method, meaning that you cannot spam these attacks as you could in the original. It is possible that this attack was shown earlier in the initial Sega leak with Yukari when the Persona 3 remake wasn't confirmed yet. This feature looks to be the reason why the evoker eventually turns red and cocks back when seen using the attack during gameplay. Following this, best girl Elizabeth slides in as we get a glimpse of her events playing out when touring Tatsumi Port Island with her. I'm excited to confirm that Elizabeth's voice actress will be reprised by the talented Tara Platt. We also catch a glimpse of a new event with Akihiko throwing a pancake party for the Seize team and gameplay of the Crane game. Next, we see a boss fight with Chidori as she confronts the Seize team. It does look like she's been made a little bit tougher this time around, although the point of this fight is not to be difficult due to the circumstances around it, as Chidori questions her mission with Strega. After jumping into some higher floor gameplay, we get to see Mitsuru's highlight attack and an actual demonstration of shift being used between Akihiko and Shinjiro. Upon shifting, it doesn't seem to provide any boosts, but simply passes the turn. The trailer comes to a close featuring Chidori and Junpei before showcasing one of the final Strega fights with Jin and Takaya as they guard a full moon shadow. It is worth noting that it seems that their battle stances look to have been completely remade from the original, including Jin's little sway. Capping off the trailer, Elizabeth sings her Velvet Room song as it fades to black. Not only did we get a new trailer, but Atlus took to the Tokyo Game Show stage and demonstrated around 15 minutes of gameplay within Tartarus. Some of the points of interest include the following. We are showing gameplay of the base floor of Tartarus, showing the idle animations of the party members. Yukari adjusts her bow, Junpei takes practice swings, Akihiko shadow boxes, Mitsuru adjusts her gear, Koromaru wags his tail, and Aigis stands very stationary, ready for battle. While exploring the floors of Tartarus, it does seem that ramps and stairs can appear before the player as they approach them, creating subfloors. Breakable objects will randomly appear, which drop materials and items, very similar to Mementos and Persona 5. It's also worth noting that the party will also have conversations with each other, like exploring Mementos. The assist feature is still present, which automatically suggests the best move for you to make based on the enemy you're facing. This can be helpful for newer players when managing multiple personas. This is the first time we've seen Akihiko's Karien for battle. We're also shown a demonstration of Junpei using his highlight attack. Junpei's attack will deal severe slash damage to one enemy, ignoring any resistance to slash. We also get to see Junpei's battle result victory screen. We are then shown some menu gameplay, which looks to have the option to change the party, but it is currently grayed out. Perhaps this needs to be unlocked, or this can be exclusively used on the checkpoint floors. The glass shard that Makoto is holding is reflective of the character that's selected in the menu. We also get to see some new portraits for the team in the stats menu. There is an option present in the system menu, which is known as rollback. It is unclear what this feature does exactly, but I would imagine this would move the day back to the last free action, avoiding the need to save at every crucial point. Atlas have also described what events will revolve around the C's members who lack social links in the mail route. Link episodes have been added, which will explore Junpei, Akihiko, Ken, Shinjiro, and possibly Koromaru's backstories. These events will unlock new skills for these party members and unlock special persona fusions. Finally, renders of Akutsuki, Pharos, Ryuji, and Elizabeth have been unveiled in all of their HD greatness. Let me know of your thoughts on the new trailer and gameplay in the comments below. Personally, I just can't wait to hear more remix tracks. I'm loving all the new music we're hearing so far. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, check out my other content, and subscribe for the most up-to-date news regarding Persona 3 Reload. It was Dwayne here from Dewey HQ. I'll see you in the next video.